Welcome back to Crypto Atlas, your daily source for crypto whale alerts, crypto market news, and DeFi gems. Today is wild. We've got Ripple linked whales moving hundreds of millions of XRP, which you already know is going to be worth a lot more in dollars. A Coinbase inflow that's raising eyebrows, Evernorth expanding like crazy, and the US DEA seizing millions in crypto assets. Oh, and by the way, XRP futures options just went live on the CME group. Yeah, it's one of those days. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let's start with the big ones. We just saw two enormous XRP whale transactions that might actually be connected. The first was 47 million XRP, that's worth around $113 million. And that was transferred from one unknown wallet to another. But when you dig deeper, that unknown wallet is actually tagged to Ripple itself. The domain is ripple.com, the same as the company's main treasury and escrow addresses. So this wasn't just some random move. Then, not long after, another transfer hit, this time 211 million XRP. That's over $500 million from another unknown wallet that turned out to be tied to Evernorth, Ripple's new institutional investment arm. This wallet is BitGo initialized, multi-sig protected, and it's verified under Evernorth.xyz, which we know is Ripple backed. So what's going on? Well, looks like Ripple could be redistributing its holdings, setting up Evernorth's liquidity pools, maybe preparing for their institutional product launch. The timing, the domains, and the custody setups all line up. These two whale alerts might literally be Ripple moving assets into its new ecosystem. And a quick update, XRP Wallets on Twitter had put this out. It said Chris Larson wallet to recently activated BitGo initialization wallet, which is self-custody. We've been waiting for Larson's XRPs to start moving. And you can see here are the two whale alerts I had just mentioned. 261 million XRP total sent to Evernorth one address from Ripple and Larson. And before we move on, I just want to let you know about a crypto exchange called BTCC. You can find my referral link down in the description below. This exchange has been around for 13 years. You get access to over 300 crypto futures. They have up to 500x leverage, which of course be careful if you do leverage. And they also have a bonus. When you do a sign up, there's 10% deposit bonus, and that goes up to $10,055. You can find my referral link in the description down below. And also, guys, I am on Telegram, so if you'd like to join that and stay up to date on things, you can find that in the description as well. Okay, so right after Xife Crypto dropped another bomb. 15.2 million XRP supposedly went to Coinbase. Now, I gotta say that I found this one to be pretty interesting because I did not see this on whale alerts. This was specifically from this user on Twitter. But this is not small retail movement. That's a structured inflow. Either Ripple, Evernorth, or one of the treasury companies could be preparing liquidity for trading, staking, or maybe ETF exposure. And get this, within an hour, a Hyperliquid whale opened a $1 million long position on XRP, and they put 10 times leverage on it at $2.40. That's an insanely confident bet. Big players don't throw that kind of leverage around unless they're convinced a major move is coming. Could be inside knowledge, could be front-running announcement, but either way, someone is very bullish. Then things get even spicier. Evernorth themselves posted that their CEO, Ashish Birla, just spoke to Reuters about building institutional-grade exposure to XRP, and specifically mentioned growing XRP per share through yield and market strategies. So, if you read between the lines, this is sounding a lot like a tokenized fund or ETF that pays yield on XRP. Reuters even reported they're raising over $1 billion for their listing. Chad Steingraber followed up saying Evernorth XRP, early Q1 2026, law will be in place, Clarity Act by 2025. That's huge. It suggests Evernorth's timing aligns with legal clarity for crypto in the US, meaning Ripple might finally be building the bridge between regulated finance and on-chain yield for XRP holders. And meanwhile, over in U.S. enforcement news, Bank XRP shared that the DEA seized $54.7 million in crypto assets, which includes $7.8 million in XRP. The rest was split between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. That shows how deeply integrated XRP is in the broader ecosystem now. Even in federal seizures, it's part of the mix. The key takeaway here: regulators and law enforcement are now treating crypto like a fully integrated asset class. Transparency and traceability are no longer optional. Now, the next part is what's sending shockwaves across trading desks. The CME Group confirmed XRP futures have driven record crypto volumes, up 225% year over year, and they just launched options on XRP futures. This means institutional traders can now hedge, speculate, and leverage XRP exactly like they do Bitcoin or Ethereum, all in a fully regulated environment. Combine that with Evernorth's launch, and it's clear XRP is stepping into the same professional trading arena as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then there's Brad Garlinghouse. According to Bank XRP, the Ripple CEO will be joining XRP Australia 2026, one of the biggest blockchain summits in the region. It's set for February 27th at Crown Sydney. That's right after Evernorth's expected early first quarter rollout. So Ripple's CEO is aligning with the timing of new regulation, new products, and global expansion. All signs point to Ripple trying to reintroduce XRP as a regulated institutional-grade asset by early next year. You have Ripple's Zaidi, then dropped some under the radar but massive technical news. ZK proofs are now being implemented on the XRPL via DNA on-chain. That's not just a buzzword. ZK proofs mean zero-knowledge cryptography, allowing transactions and credentials to be verified without exposing personal data. So think private KYC, decentralized identity, and institutional security all at once. This is the kind of infrastructure banks and governments actually need before they can deploy at scale. Ripple's building that now, and it puts the XRPL far ahead of most other networks. Crypto Bless tweeted something simple but powerful. I don't know if you took this seriously. That's the XRP ETF, and that's it. That's the mood right now. Everyone's wondering if we're actually about to see the first XRP spot ETF next. Adding fuel to that, subjective views point out that Jack McDonald hinted Ripple could get an EMI license. That's an electronic money institution license in the EU. And it would legally allow Ripple to issue digital money, hold client funds, and provide payment services under full European regulation. So in short, if Ripple gets that license, they could operate almost like a digital bank across Europe. Combine that with ETF speculation and institutional backing, you can see why whales are positioning early. Next up, 40 million XRP bridged to Flare as part of FXRP. That's $96 million in value, officially making Flare the largest XRP Fi project on the network. Flare is building out smart contract yield and cross-chain bridging for XRP, and now Evernorth and other treasury firms can plug right into that. It's like DeFi, but tailor-made for regulated XRP assets. And speaking of treasury firms, Bank XRP highlighted there are now 11 XRP treasury companies. That's with Evernorth at the top, holding $1 billion in capital. Others like Trident, Webus International, and Vivo Power are staking or deploying on Flare. So Ripple's not just scaling one company, it's building an entire financial layer around XRP. And finally, we can't ignore this one. Amonix tweeted that Sistine Research has confirmed a $37 to $50 XRP price target. They said, we're not guessing anymore, we're entering Rippy season. All right? Now, obviously, that's ambitious, but between the institutional flows, new futures markets, DeFi integrations, and pending regulation, Sentiment is flipped hard. We're seeing whales stack, regulators open up, and Ripple expand across both finance and technology. So as you guys can see, there's a lot that's going on here. And let's go ahead and take a quick look. XRP on the day is green. We have 2 days closed out red yesterday and the day before. So we're seeing a little bit of movement going up, sitting around $2.40. That's what I got for you guys in this video. And you can also find me on Blue Sky. You can find that link down in the description below. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members. God bless. We'll see you guys in the next episode.